Okay, so next up, let's work on some of the typography, the spacing of this stuff, so that it looks a bit nicer. The colors, the fonts, the sizes. So if we look at our markup, we've got a pricing header class. Let's start there, like this right there. This one, enterprise. We're going to give him a different font weight, letter spacing, and color. So over here, just down at the bottom, pricing header. Color is 888, also known as 888, 888, shorthand. Font weight, 600. And letter spacing is 1 pixel. Okay, so can you see that letter spacing? It makes a little bit of a difference. And the font weight is thicker, and it has that gray color. Next up, we've got this whole chunk here, which the markup has a class of pricing features. So pricing features is a UL with 2 LIs inside, right? Here's the UL and then 2 LIs. And we remove the list styles, so we don't have to worry about that. The first thing we'll do is select them and add a bit of spacing. So pricing features, that's the UL. We'll do a margin of 50 pixels, 0 and then 25 pixels. Margin. And there we are. We got a little bit more space on the top and on the bottom a tiny bit, and then nothing on the sides. Okay, next up, we're going to change the color of the stuff inside, and we'll set that to be a 016FF9 color. Okay, so there we are with the new color. The next thing we'll do is select the individual items in there, the LIs, pricing features dash items, like that. And we'll give them a couple of things. I'm just going to copy what we did for the header. Font weight of 60 or 600, letter spacing 1 pixel. Okay, pricing features item. I think that's what I messed up. There we are, slightly bolder looking. Then I'm also going to resize them. I'm going to make them small, just 12 pixels. And then I'm going to add a larger line height, 1.5, and some padding, just on the top and bottom, 15 pixels. There we are. And then lastly, a border top, and we'll do a 1 pixel border top for each of these items. 1 pixel and then solid. I think we already used this color somewhere. It's that same. Did we use it? Did I make that up? Yeah, right here. E1F1FF. Let's take a look. All right, so there's the border top there. Those nice lines just separating things. And then we've got the buttons. So that free sign up, if you take a look at the markup here, we've got a span that says free. And then we have an anchor tag that says sign up, but we're going to try and make it look like this here. So the free text is large, and then sign up looks like a button. So let's start with that free text, which is pricing dash price. So we'll select that, and we'll give that a color of 016FF9, which we already used. Great. And we're also going to set display to be block, even though it's a span, so this way it takes up its own chunk. Font size will be 32 pixels, and font weight will be 700, so it's a little thicker. There we go. Oh, also, I forgot to add on the bottom border on the last one of these items. So right now we only have 2, but if we had 5 of them, we want them all to have a top border, and the bottom one should have its own bottom border. So I'm going to do that here. Pricing features item last child. And then colon last child. We'll just take this, but do border bottom too. And there we go. We end up with that border. It looks better. And then we've got the button. And I think I'm going to move that to the next video because there's a decent amount of code to style that anchor tag to look like a button. So that's coming up next.